In this video, I'm going to share about our Krabi vacation. So we went to Krabi in September during the school holidays, and we brought our two kids, one age 7, the other age 2. We were actually a bit worried when we chose Krabi as the destination because Krabi it looks like it's not very child friendly. It's a lot of water activities which children, they are not so suitable. We are really afraid that there's not enough activities that can keep the children engaged. But then we know that as long as we choose a good resort, I think it should be fine. So this is time we choose also a not too bad resort, not very expensive. So I wrote this blog post. I'm going to go through each parts and I'm going to start with the cost. So I would say this vacation is really value for money. We spent total $2,100. Okay. All prices are in Singapore dollars. And that's for 4 people, including the resort that we stayed, only $134 a night. The flights, the photography session we had, and I even tailor-made a suit. So I'm going to go through what we did for our 5 days, 4 nights. And this is day 1. Day 1 is the first full day. So day 0 is the day that we reach. And on that following day, we actually decide not to go anywhere. We just want to spend that full day, enjoy the resort facilities and the activities. And there are quite a few. For this resort, there's 2 swimming pools. One, we even have this pool access from our room. Yeah, on the ground floor, we can just jump into the pool from our room. And there's also a level 5 swimming pool with great hill view. And for Kate, she loves rock climbing, so we also attempt this 4-story high rock climbing activity. There's also a kids club. So this is a room with one person in charge who will look after the kids. They also have some actually activity at a scheduled time. Like this one, they are doing yoga. But anyway, it's a good place to put the kids at. By right, if they are independent enough, the parents can then go off to do their own activities. So on that evening, we also arranged for a 2-hour photo shoot, and that cost $200. We spent our first hour at the resort and then another 1 hour at the nearby Ao Nang beach. So here are some photos of the resort. I particularly like the one where you go to the level 5 swimming pool with that hill view. It's actually pretty awesome. And then the photographer actually drove us to a nearby beach. There's not many people here at all. This is where all the speedboat park at. So we took some nice photos. The only problem here is that we have my elder girl, Kate. I call her the sand kicker because she kicked the sand and then flew into her eyes, and then she has to cry, and then we waste a lot of time, and then the sun has set. But anyway, that day was too cloudy, so you don't see much of the sunset. On day 2, we arranged with our taxi driver. So the taxi driver, right, you can find them once you exit the airport. They'll be all running towards you. And there was this man who was very aggressive, but his price is good. He charged us 500 baht to go to take us to our hotel. And then he also told us we can book him for a whole day, and he would drive us to places like Emerald Pool and other places. I paid him 2,200 bahts, excluding tips. And he will drive us to Emerald Pool, which is actually quite far. It's a 1 hour and 10 minutes drive from our resort. But what I'll say, I really cannot imagine how tour group, right, can bring you to, say, the Emerald Pool, the spa, and then they usually bring you to this place called the Tiger Cave Temple. This Tiger Cave Temple is 1,237 steps. So since we have 2 children, I probably will have to carry them up and down. So we decided not to go to a temple because we are not too keen to anyway. Instead, we went to the Big C for food and shopping instead. So the good thing is about private taxi is really you have the flexibility. You can do whatever you want. You can spend however much time you want at the attraction. So let's look at Emerald Pool first. This is a photo of the Emerald Pool, which I think is awesome. The water is very clear and there are some small fishes swimming in it. We didn't swim in this pool because our next destination is called the Hot Stream. So this is the Hot Stream Spa where the water is slightly hot, and we just decided to just change into our swimming suit and then swim here. But on high side, the hot stream is actually not that great. while the Emerald Pool, I think, looks really fantastic. So on hindsight, really we should spend our time swim here, spend more time here. I think that would be cool. Near the Emerald Pool, 600-meter walk away, there's another attraction called the Blue Pond. So they are at, it's not too far away, 600 meter, but that walk is actually pretty long and some part is muddy. Luckily, the kids didn't walk that 600 meter. I took a fast walk and I spent like 20 minutes back and forth, very fast. And all you can do is to look at this blue pond, which looks awesome. It's very blue. You can see this is blue. This is more greenish. So this is just a sightseeing place. Then next we went to that hot stream I told you. Note that this is another place. It's nearby, but you still have to take the taxi and about 10 minutes drive away. And then you have to walk into this place. So to be honest, it's not really great. I mean, it's fine, but then you look at this water, it's not very clear and it's not very hot. So I've been to Singapore Sembawang hot spring, which is very near my house, and I got to say our own hot spring is much hotter. Once again, if you don't have that much time, you can actually skip this place and then just spend more time at Emerald Pool and then maybe even walk to the Blue Pond. So on our third day, we went for this island tour. We signed up actually with a tour agency that the taxi driver recommended. He said that belongs to the company. I think the price probably should be alright. They charge us 1,800 baht for adult, 1,200 for children, and that is inclusive of the park fee. So the good thing is that only Kate and I went for the tour. It was a good decision that we leave out the 2-year-old because toddler is not suitable for this island tour. We took a long tail boat ride and that is very choppy and pretty scary. 10 minutes in, Kate already vomited, and she's not the only one. There's another teenager and an adult, they also vomited. So if you have brought that 2-year-old, even though the 2-year-old is free for the tour, if you have to be carrying Jade to the boat, I think we'll regret very much. She'll probably be crying. And that boat ride, right, it's a long 40 minutes. It's not 20 minutes like stated on some website. So let me show you where are the 4 islands. This is Ao Nang. This is actually like around where we stayed. The ferries that are actually here, you have to take a car to the ferry place. You can see where are the ferries. They will fetch you from here, the pier, and then go to 4 islands, which is here. These are the 4 islands group. So from the pier here to here, it might be 15 minutes if you're very fast. But for us, that tour group, they need to fetch more tourists. So they actually depart from here, took us, and then came to this really place where there's a pier here. So you see they have to come all the way around this island and then comes here to pick up, I think, 4 more tourists before they then depart for the islands. So in total it took 40 minutes to reach the island, and imagine poor kids, 10 minutes in already vomited, and that whole first 40 minutes was very uncomfortable for her. And if the kids are afraid of water, I think it's not going to be very enjoyable. So for Kate, she can swim. She has took up swimming lessons. She actually enjoy. Once we get off the boat, where the first one is this sandbar connecting islands, which is very beautiful. Also for the first time for me to see it and walk on it. So this is the first stop. After that, we will go to somewhere nearby and there's an open sea where we will do our snorkeling. So this is Kate with her own snorkeling gear. There are a lot of fishes, but I wouldn't say it's the prettiest that I've seen. The corals there are very less corals that are beautiful there. But one thing is that we did see something that is very exciting. That is a sea snake. I saw the sea snake, and the sea snake was actually out of the water looking at me in the eye. That's when I panicked and I swim so fast away from that sea snake until my legs cramped. I think really the sandbar and the snorkeling is the highlight, and then we'll go to this Poda Island to wash up, eat, and then eat their buffet, which is just food that they brought along. We actually didn't eat much because I'm afraid Kate will vomit out. We also end the trip at Princess Island. We saw a lot of crabs there and Kate is super excited about that. So that's cool. That's the end for our main activities for that full 3 days. Some bonus tip, I actually tailor-made my suit there for $230. So that includes the pants, the shirt, and the suit, and also a tie. So I was doing that because my boss says that we should be like JP Morgan and we should change our dress code. So to prepare for that, might as well make something that's cheap in Thailand. And for $230 is really cheap. And one last tip, whenever possible, go and enjoy a massage. That's all. I hope my sharing can help you know some of the things that you can do in Krabi. Bye bye.